Broken Baker, where crimes are baked in every show. Mysteries rise and truth unfolding. Ready, set, it's time to go. We sing it's time to go. Listen to this battering news, mixing stories, solving the lies. In this kitchen, secrets are broken with a spark in our eyes. In the Broken Baker's kitchen, the secrets crumble like sunrise. We'll sift the blues, defy the rules with a spark in our eyes. The broken rise. Broken rise. Welcome to the Broken Baker. Get ready. Let's go.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if anything you are. And welcome to this little pop-up stream because our lovely heroine, Miss Sarah Boone, had a hearing today. Sadly, it wasn't live. I was looking for it. I found it. I will do some live editing because it's on a channel that really likes to talk. So, but we will hear her in all her glory. And before we hear her, well, I'll let you be in the first one then, Dave. And welcome. And hey, Becca. And Starlin. Christine. Peter A. Danny T. Mom of 10. Lindy is here. Good. Then we're ready to go. And Riven Cap. Good morning to you as well. Blaze. And Marissa. And Phoenix. Hello to you as well. And to those of you who might not know Sarah Boone because you started watching true crime either when the Hales got into their trial, you might have followed the Karen Reed case. This case is a weird one. It's a lady who's charged with unaliving her boyfriend, by sipping him into a suitcase. And then he passed away because of the lack of oxygen. She went upstairs and went to sleep. And she might have a slight Jamie problem, but she did real good in her interview. Let's just go back and just remind us who this lovely lady is before we go to the new one.
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again?
Not intentionally. So she just admitted that she did it, but it was not intentionally, so they can't charge her with anything. That's how the law works. Yo. Hey, Christine. He was a compact boyfriend. Hey, Iron Rabbit. You need a compact boyfriend? Well, you'll just lose him like you lost Yossi yesterday. But she was such a...
I would never do that to George.
You did.
Not intentionally. Know that.
I don't.
Know that.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing. It's alcohol.
So
not, again,
the reason that you killed him?
You all,
Please sit down.
listen to me.
Please sit down.
You all, listen. I did not intentionally kill him.
I did not intentionally kill him. So you intentionally killed him.
So your intention.
I don't know what it is I need to do or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
But what was your intention?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. everything that I've done for George and love him and continuously helped him throughout his life with me and made him a happier, better person.
And everybody has their limits.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like, okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm going to snap? Is that what it, while we're in a good place right now?
You did.
Absolutely. I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which was however long ago.
You said
The video was from last night.
Clearly,
So it wasn't that,
inside you.
yeah.
there's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
But I would never do that.
But it happened, and you did.
But you
But
did.
that's after being playful
But no one's
and
laughing.
having a good day.
No one's laughing except you.
Everybody's
I would hate to see
having
a
a good
bad
day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a person that I'm not.
Stephen, she is available. She's currently a resident in the care of the Florida state. But this was from her interview where she admitted, yes, I killed him, but it was not intentionally. That's going to be really good in court. A little more backstory. This lovely lady has a court date today, and there she will bring her 8th lawyer, because all her lawyers so far has really been bad. They didn't want to talk to her. They didn't want to. No, I didn't just do that. Get it back. No, I can't. They didn't want to listen to her. They didn't want to do nothing. They didn't send her the papers she wanted. They didn't. They were just mean to her, and no one wanted to listen to her. So she kept changing lawyers, and today was another pretrial hearing where her 8th lawyer had to talk to the judge, and let's take a look at how that went. Oh, I need the other banner to cover this shit up. This one. This is her now, after about 2 years in prison. Yeah, she's the one who goes through lawyers faster than I go through women, because I never went through them. Yeah, just remember it's only for one night. Sarah Boone, woo! Justice for Sarah. This is, by the way, she have written the most amazing letters to the judge about all of us YouTube creators who will make millions of dollars off of her. So Mo and I are just waiting for this trial to get going so we can get all the monies. Hey, Pixie, nice to see you again, twice in a day. Hello, Shirna. And whiskey. Looks like she aged 20 years. Yeah, when you're not suspended in alcohol, that'll do that to you. I believe she wasn't it 2022 January she was arrested? And imagine being so unlikable, your lawyers hate you, and you have to zip a man in a suitcase to keep him around. The Sock Snatcher, we haven't started yet. I waited just for you. But this is from today's hearing. Oh, hey, Beth, just before we go. Nice to see you.
Ms. Boone is correct. She has... Judge, I've obviously not seen the letter. Ms. Boone is correct. She has walked out of the last 2 visits when I've tried to review things with her. Just so the court knows, I've spent probably 20 hours, a little bit more, a little bit less, with Ms. Boone. She has lots of lists, lots of questions. In reviewing the court file, she was distressed previously about having access to her lawyers. I have taken collect phone calls from her that are at my expense. JAC doesn't reimburse you because
Hey, Steve. No, this is a replay. This was live at 8:45 this morning, but there was no live feed of it. And then this is the Corp TV summation, so I will be cutting those parts out. But it doesn't change that Sarah Boone is, well, for you, you're a Florida man, so you will say, oh, that's just like the one down the street. But for the rest of us, we're sitting here thinking, what? She and Bev should treat a beauty secrets. And she has a good fluff hair. Hey, Kim. Yeah, this morning, 8:45, it was on the docket for 8:45 this morning, but Marissa called court and there were no live feed. Sadly, because I would really have loved to see this, because let's just keep going. But again, she has spent 20 hours with Miss Boone. She had taken collect calls from Miss Boone, because Miss Boone has a lot of things she believes she knows.
I think it's important for clients to have access. I have
Hang on,
spent,
please. No one's interrupted you this morning, Ms. Boone.
as I said, I've spent over 20 hours going through her questions, going through her list. When I tried to update her with regard to the depositions that I took recently, she opted to exit the jail conference. When I tried to review some things with regard to discovery as to things I wanted to make sure she was aware of, she walked out. She has asked me repeatedly for a copy of some medical records. Based on the discovery I got from the previous attorneys, one of the copies of those medical records had her handwritten notes. So she had a copy given to her previously. She'd reviewed them with previous attorneys. I sent her a new copy. Some of the things that...
Yeah, I opted to exit. Well, it was her choice, because it's her that wants all this contact with all her lawyers, and she's been claiming the 7 previous lawyers didn't spend enough time with her, and now this one is spending time with her, and she leaves. It's almost like she is purposefully setting it up for a 9th lawyer. She is doing great, Renee.
She thinks are important from a lawyer perspective. Perhaps I don't attach the same importance to, and you try to explain that to a client. You know, I know the court's in a difficult position, but at this point we're at that impasse of, if she walks out of every conference that I have with her, I'm not sure what that says about the attorney-client relationship.
Ma'am, you said there was something else that you had other than a 58-page submittal or letter. What other information is it that you're seeking to have me take a look at?
A 58-page letter. I bet this this judge loves having her in his courtroom, because she keeps sending letters to him, handwritten. It's amazing. No, she shouldn't. She oh, well, she is the 8th lawyer, so she knows she's a weirdo. Steve, wait for it. We're not done yet. Well, it'll probably be Mo, because Mo is really good at reading her craziness, and she has a wig that looks just like her.
It's things that I've been working on in the meantime. It's things that she likes to tell me is not necessary, but I know for a fact it is necessary. She likes to, in quotes, put things to rest all the time and constantly tells me, I'm not having this conversation with you. So I'm not going to waste my time, and I, being in jail, have supposedly abundant amounts of. She's not going to waste my time because she's not going to explain something to me. And I have taken it upon myself to explain it to myself because she refuses to do.
That's what I do all the time. I take it upon myself to explain myself the things I don't understand. And thank you for being a member for 7 months, Brandon. So Yeah, that's how you do it. If your lawyer don't want to explain it to you, you just explain it to yourself. You would probably be right. If you don't understand it, just tell yourself what it is you don't understand, and you will figure out that, oh, you knew it all along. Whee. Not stop thinking everyone else is wrong and not her. Mads, how dare you? Well, some pro se cases disappoint a little bit. You have to ask Steve if the judge have jurisdiction to just go down there and wake her up. Hey, Sophia Starlin. We actually had an old what do you call them, reality shows in Denmark where they followed around these carnies who had who went around from city to city with a fun fair, and the boss in it always said, let me slap you on your round head so I can wake up the rest of the brain cells you have in there. Sarah's letter to the judge, will you be my boyfriend? Circle 1, yes, no. Yeah, and 58 pages describing how amazing she will be because she can train you as a contortionist. But thank you so much, John. Sometimes talking to myself is the only way to have an intelligent conversation. Yep. Sometimes.
I don't understand what it is that she has against me. I have told her from day one that her snotty attitude was inappropriate.
Her snotty attitude was inappropriate.
And I try very hard to bear with her and her attitude. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong to her, but I feel that her attitude has equal prejudice, which is not in my favor, especially considering she's the person representing my life.
Okay. Give me an example of, if you could, of items that you believe are important Ms. Catchman is not giving attention to or dismissing as you may have framed it.
Yes, Your Honor. She likes to tell me that I don't like her answers. She's not giving me any answers to this. I've written 3 pages worth of questions, but I'm still waiting for her and any other attorney to actually answer for me, such as, why can't I have a bond? Why can't I have a download of my phone? Why can't I speak to my investigator? Why can't I have my medical records? Why can't I fully utilize my constitutional rights? There's 3 pages worth of questions that I have.
What constitutional rights specifically?
I'm very leery about having a fair trial at this point. There are a handful of other amendments that I have been researching and working on and trying to incorporate. To me, what I have written to you is obvious, and apparently from the correspondence that I get from the world, South Korea was the last place that I received correspondence.
The correspondent I get from the world, South Korea was the last correspondent. Can someone call Jeff and hear if he told her anything that she should do in this trial? So she doesn't like her lawyer because her lawyer doesn't like her and doesn't give her all the things she wants, and she's prejudiced towards her, even though the lawyer just said she have had those medical records because her handwriting is on it. Jesus Christ. And Brandon says, toss one of those gold ones on the board. Can anything slip past the AI sensor overlords? I know you will test it. No, this won't be quick. She admitted she killed him, but still, it wasn't intentionally. So that you can't convict her. Pulling down. Pro se are better than either SMEX offenders or soft sits, but they come in at, SMEX offenders. No, I'm not fond of Well, it depends on who they SMEX offended. The best SMEX offender pro se is still Bradley Young, because he kept telling the jury what he did to that old lady. Sarah has a lot of whys. She does. She should defend herself since she's so knowledgeable of the law. Well, she should call that person in South Korea and have them do it. Is this Groundhog's Day? It kinda is. Your Honor, I have a constitutional right to an emotional support dolphin. You know, the writ of habeas corpus. That was one of the better ones, Zach. That joke, number one, was a win. And Jamie isn't here to hear it. Well, Judge, the South Korean chapter of the Sarah Boone fan club has advised me. Exactly. Yeah, and Bradley Young did have Exhibit 100, which is always 100% true. It's in the law. Hey, Tom Gillis. I did a pro se case and have been faring quite well so far. Did you use all the magic words? Normally, when it's televised pro se people, it's not that good.
Obviously see the same thing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong other than wanting to have a very successful outcome. It's just been long and drawn out, and I believe that God obviously released me to consecrate to Him in order to give me this very unique adventure that I am on, and I'm doing my best.
This adventure I'm on. Yep. Oh, magic words. It's a property. Yeah. That's probably easier than to get out of why you locked your boyfriend into a suitcase and claimed you didn't do it, even though you took videos of it.
To let everyone know who I really am as opposed to the malicious murderer that everyone thinks that I am. I don't feel that she can do that properly. I still always, the reason why I'm here is hope. Is to hope that she will come in with a gentle, soft aside and actually listen to what it is that I'm saying and see the bigger picture other than what's the one avenue that she keeps going down. There's other ways to win and more than one way. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not saying that I'm trying to remove her. I'm just trying to ask you, please, forgive me for having to ask you for this. If you could please let her know, please, to just be nice to me and have a welcoming attitude, and things will probably change, and I will not get up and I walk out. Please don't lie to me. Please don't give me half-truths. And
what instances where there's been falsities or lies that have been told to you by Ms. Cashman? Can you give me an example?
She thinks her lawyer isn't doing enough for her PR. Well, she wants her to be nice to her in the meetings and listen to what she says. The lawyer will rebut this in a minute. But again, she just wants to show the world she's not this crazy drunk murderer everyone thinks she is. And I understand that because it wasn't intentionally. And you know, and Steve can confirm this, if you go in the back of the Constitution, it says, if it wasn't intentionally and you just claim that after the fact, you're free to go. It's last page of the Constitution. Most people doesn't get past the 18th because of all the face palms. But in the end, in the Constitution, it says, hey, by the way, if you just use the magic word not intentionally, you're free to go. Pot calling the kettle black. I knew that riddle. No. She has a lawyer yet. This judge is going to hate her so much by the time she gets to trial, he's going to out on Bev to shame. Yeah. Steve, at this point, I think she's the only one who could. Yeah. Yeah, could we get a be nice ruling from the judge? If the founding fathers had met this woman, they would have skipped all the nonsense about presumption of innocence and right to a fair trial. Yes. She doesn't want the hard truth. Well, the hard truth is it wasn't intentional. I've shown that clip. It wasn't intentional. As long as it's not intentional, she's free to go. It's in the Constitution somewhere. I'm pretty sure I read it. I might not have read the Constitution. Maybe I slept one night and dreamt. That's it. Maybe it was a Nicolas Cage movie, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Constitution. That definitely works because it happened to be, and I said I didn't need to do it as they let me go. Happy Friday to you as well, Palola's mom. The 37th Amendment. Stephen is my legal scholar and constitutionalist. He knows it. All her carry-on is distracting. Yep. Steve can save this woman with his lawyering skill. Steve is a great lawyer. He's not Jesus.
My biggest one, Your Honor, is for me being here ongoing 5 years, no one has ever bothered to try to get me a bond.
What's the lie? You said that she has lied to you. What is the lie?
The process of getting a bond. She lied to my brother in regards to telling him that he would need to come down to the courthouse to have multiple photographs taken for documentation, and he would have to bring the security information deeds to his house.
I'm just going to skip that part because that's... I'm not going to comment on their commentary, so that will be not be fair use content. Let's get back to court because that's the most important part. Not this lady who speaks just like she's on radio. Yo, yo. Not to be confused with the great Stephen Gosney. Oh, come on.
The defendant is addressing the judge as she's seated in the jury box.
To her, and then it turns into everything else. And then it turns into all these other different stories of why she won't do or why she has said certain things. And all this changes and it mutates after I ask her for certain things, not just for the bond, but for other things also.
Okay, well, let's focus on the bond issue because you said that she's lied to you. And what you've told me so far, none of that is inaccurate.
So how is it though, because I don't have any experience prior to this, I don't know the process of getting a bond other than what I have read, and it's just for her to do a bond, a motion for a bond hearing. But I didn't know that anyone, all of the other inmates, even officers, have ever said that they've had to do that process in order to have photographs taken and documented and use proofs and visit to his house. He's not twisting my bond, which I told her a million and one times, but she still spooked him by asking by him something that he's going to have to, and it would threaten his security clearance considering he's in the service, the military. So she totally deterred me from having my brother's address in order for me to have a motion for a bond. No one else has even bothered to even ask me for one, and I will be honest with you and the court. I know for a fact that however sky high my limit would be for my bond to receive, I know for a fact unless my fans would set up GoFundMe pages or God's will or however else it is he planned on for me to have it paid, if at all. My point is to you.
No matter how high my bond limit will be, my fans, or however God willing, will pay it. They will set up a GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure her fans, however many they are, won't post bond for this lady because she's absolutely cray-cray. And if we just look at Zachariah Anderson and Karen Read, two people who got a lot of attention, I think Karen Read raised 400,000 and Zachariah Anderson is below 100,000 still. You should all go help him out. He's a guy who's wrongfully convicted. I'm pretty sure she's not going to raise the millions of dollars it will take to bond her out. Steve, it's the internet. She still claims that all of us YouTubers who cover her is going to be millionaires. So I feel that's a pledge. And I went to the bank and said, I was pledged $1 million by Sarah Boone. They wouldn't pay out on it yet. Yeah, she just said her fans. Who did she put into the bags under her eyes? Well, probably another inmate or a former lawyer or something. Yeah, all my fans. Exactly. Oh, it could be plug-in fans.
Realize my rights to have a bond. And with the information I have included in here to you, for the amount of saturation of publicity, there's nowhere that I could go even if I were to be at a close flight risk because of the amount of information that everybody already knows about me, what I look like, and what I eat apparently, and so many other things. There's nowhere I could go.
So she's not a flight risk because of the saturation of her, did she say publicity? And was that how she would pay her bond too, in publicity? It's like those influencers who call a restaurant and said, hey, are you going to give me and my 3 friends a free meal because then I'll put you on Instagram?
If I were to even think about being a flight risk, it's just the fact that I would like please to have a bond so I can say that I actually achieved something.
Okay, we're going to address bond.
Never told me he had to provide pictures or deed to a house. What it said was the media's been in the courtroom for all the hearings, and it's likely that they would be here for the bond hearing, and that your face could be on the television. And it was
No, Zachariah Anderson said at sentencing he didn't kill anyone. I didn't do it, Your Honor. I didn't do it. They don't allow Marjorie Taylor Greene is a fan. Could be. She has the kind of the same hairstyle as the lawyer. Is it still technically a pro se case if the team of lawyers she has representing her are the voices in her head? And can all of those get paid by the state as standby counsel? She could make a lot of money on that.
concern for him. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But Judge, I can't spend all my time defending what I'm doing and at the same time be effectively preparing a case for trial. In these situations, I know it puts the court in a very difficult position. As I see it, Ms. Boone has a couple options. Number one, she can ask you to represent herself. She has the right to. You have a Feretta hearing and determine whether she's capable. The court then has to address the issue of whether it's appropriate to appoint standby counsel. Obviously, since she believes not a word that I say after 40 years of doing criminal defense, I'm probably not the right lawyer for that. The other thing is she gets one last lawyer, it either works or it doesn't. And sometimes, unfortunately, the court gets put in a position that you have to have that conversation with a client that you don't, if you want your counsel of choice, then you need to hire your counsel of choice, and everyone can certainly do that. And if you're indigent, the court can only go through this so many times with Ms. Boone coming to the court and there ending up being irreconcilable differences such that the counsel that you have appointed can't move forward and provide effective assistance to counsel.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm inclined to go ahead and figure out.
Patricia.
I hope that not Dr. Lewis is SOS. Well, she is a little special. 40 years of criminal defense to end up here, poor lady. Yeah, and she doesn't believe her anything she says. So yeah, it's but she could just try being nice to a client.
Bring some of my analysis with you.
The first full week of August, and it starts again on the last full week of August. So we could set it then, but I know that you have trial case management with Judge Marquez on the 20th or 21st of June.
And I have a trial certain with Judge Harris August 5th, and
as do I.
August seems a bit difficult for me.
You, Shirley, what I have done, I can work on my attorney supposed to represent.
I will review that And after the review, the
Tuesday, September 20th.
Tuesday, September 20th, October, the submittals from Deputy, if you could please grab the 2 packages of submittals from Ms. Boone. Oh, I thought it was 2 different envelopes, ma'am. Okay. I will review that, and after the review, the court will either issue an order or set this matter for hearing based on what it is that's been presented by Ms. Boone. Mr. Cacciatore, anything else we need to address this morning, sir?
Not to say.
Ms. Cashman, anything else we need to address?
Not that I'm aware of at this time, Judge.
Ms. Boone, is there anything else you need to bring to my attention at this time?
I'm grateful for your time. I was forgiven for having to utilize it. But I really do hope that you can review thoroughly what it is that I'm asking for from my attorney who's supposed to be representing me for the trial that's supposed to be happening in October, late September. So if you could please, I don't understand how I'm supposed to be able to go into a trial when I don't have what it is to publicly defend myself.
Ma'am, I've asked for your submittals. I will be reviewing them. All right, thank you. All right, y'all, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Judge.
So this was the lovely Sarah Boone, and after that, I think we all need a little bit just to get back on the sane side of the spectrum, just to get our heads right. A little therapy.
On est prêt? On y va? Hey. Le plus facile, ça reste en A. Quand ça fait.
That was nice, just to ground ourselves, get out of all that crazy headspace we were in. Some normal laugh therapy. It really grounds you. But no, that was today's hearing in the Sarah Boone case with her 8th lawyer, who is asking to, please, judge, I don't want to do this no more. And the judge said, let's just have another pretrial hearing in October. And Sarah Boone said, could you give her a court order to be nice to me? I would really like that. And give me a bond hearing, because my legion of fans around the world will pay for my bond. X to doubt. You're in the Broken Baker's time zone. Where are you in Europe? Oh, you're in France. No, that wasn't Sarah Boone's sister. This is a very good laugh coach from Canada. We used to watch it on Stab Your Days, just to make sure our heads are in the right spaces. No Stab Your Day tomorrow. I will have to go visit my daughter and son-in-law. Paris, City of Lights. I hate Paris. But who should I, Brandon? I don't know. Is it too early, or are we doing the Friday thing? Because if I get ready to the Friday thing, I can do a poll. Easy poll. Will she have number 9 stay with 8 pro se? I'm gonna have that poll running. Well, I'll do it without you then. But thank you for not drinking and driving. But I'll still I'll still do our Friday thing. You can hit the poll while I'll be back in a smack. Yeah, it was the sound of silence. Sorry. I don't have my co-host. I forgot that. But no. Will Sarah get a number 9? Will she stay with number 8, or will she go pro se? How about those bears? We don't have bears in Denmark. I don't think Sarah will see any funds from anyone to assist her, but hey, there are some crazy people out there, as proven daily. Debbie, yes. I think a GoFundMe to her, just because there's a lot of people willing to just to troll her, throw her $5 here and there, and get her hopes up. She'll probably raise like $20,000, $50,000. That's mean, Steve. Hey, Ja. Where's Megan's hold music when you need it? I actually did a music video to play on hold, and I forgot to put it on. What are we drinking? Odense. The Garnier Opera House is my favorite building in the entire world. My favorite building is my house because I have all my stuff here. She needs someone to handle her case. No, because she had that person from South Korea writing her that they are treating her badly. And all American lawyers know, or all American judges know, that people in South Korea has an innate knowledge about the American law system. The Phantom of the Opera lives under it, and they still leave box 5 empty for him. Oh, I want to rewatch the Phantom of the Opera. I haven't seen that in a long time. Great musical. I was surprised that was Gerald Butler who was the Phantom. Gonna have to go back to the beginning. Yes, do that, Aaron. I'm not sure you have been here while we covered Sarah Boone. We have had a lot of growth since we covered her. That was back in the olden days. But she's crazy. Isn't Danielle direct in South Korea? Isn't she back home again? I saw her on Eric Hunley's Friday show. I have pledged 1 million $3 bills to Sarah's defense fund. I'll pledge the same amount. I'll match your amount in pledges. My jokes are awful, but I'm in a good mood. Happy Friday, everyone. Dolores, happy, great Friday as you do well. Oh, you've been around. I hear that out and about. People know you. Hey, Flash fan. Been a minute. I'm great. Yeah, she's back in the States. She was on Hunley's today. Is she back? I think she's back. Isn't she? She was supposed to meet with Jeff before he goes back, I believe. Oh, yeah, that could be. Did you go to the Normandy coast and see that one? That was cool. See you later, Gosney, and have a great stream tonight. Everyone already knows Steve Gosney and is subscribed to him. Remember to go watch his stream if he streams tonight. But yeah, not much more in it. But what did the poll say? Not the same as the fox. That was a bad dad joke. And now I can't end the poll. Why is YouTube like this all the time? End poll. The polls say, will she go stay with number 8, 17%, have number 9, 31%, and the winner with 50%, she will be pro se. If she goes pro se, this case will last less than a week, and she'll be found guilty in less than 4 hours. I'll pledge $1 million on that. Yes, we've been going for 45 minutes. You were just about to vote. Well, you snooze, you lose. And if you ain't first, you're last. Yeah, she's just whining about her eighth lawyer. Are we doing something else now? I'm going to leave work. We're going to do a beach drive-by. I'm not going to do anything else than me and Brandon's usual Friday ritual, and then I'm going to hit the couch because I have a long day of driving tomorrow going to my daughter's. But Brandon, thank you for not drinking and driving. That was a slow one. What? Are you joking? Well, at least unless you are a government official in Canton, don't drink and drive. If you're a government official, don't drink more than 6 to 8 whiskey sours, and then everything will be fine. You might see videos the opposite way around, but other than that, everything will be A-OK. And I have to burp. Oh, where to send you today? I'm going to send you here. No. You had wine with your omelet this morning. Yeah, you had wine with, well, not morning. That's weird. But all the rest of it. But tomorrow, pro se Sarah would be lawsuits. Oh, Christmas. Well, the problem is it's kind of like the Karen Reed case. We will be so many covering it that all us small fish won't really see any increase. That's why I love finding these smaller cases, so I can get an audience that's not watching all the big channels. I will. My daughter said, "Oh, he really wants you." It's he got his education done, and then he has a party. He said, "You don't have to stay that long." Well, I'll go again after an hour, but it's still 2 hours I have to drive. I'm sorry, Gabby. Yes, you missed it, but you have to rewatch. Irish whiskey. I'm not a fan of that. I drink bourbon. Yeah, it is grape juice. It's just fermented grape juice. But on that side, well, hey, Stace, you're driving 5 hours tomorrow to go see your daughter that graduates on Monday in Kansas. Have a nice trip, and congratulations with your daughter. Irish whiskey sucks. It tastes like kissing a Peath victim, the guys we used to chuck in the box. So you just missed the Karen Swift trial out of Tennessee. It was a small case. I saw that. I thought it was interesting. They cleared him of murder, but they weren't. It was a two-parter. They found him not guilty in murder, but was hung on the other charge. Hey, Ronnie, just about to go. Hey, Dave. On that note, I say have a great weekend. I might jump on, do something tomorrow. Remember, 9 o'clock tonight, there will be The Experts, Friday Night Live. I tend to jump on there when I wake up in the morning. I think Val and Dave have a Lego stream tomorrow with Max Muller. I'm not sure, but I think it's like that. So everyone have a wonderful weekend. I will pop on, do something during the weekend. I don't know what, I don't know where. What, if anything, will you be doing over the weekend? Can you repeat that question?
John, I apologize.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor. 100. Because it is 100% correct.
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, you see the lawyer's face? Okay, we have to go back and
widower case.
Did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No.
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
No.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
Wait a minute, I need this story time.
Everybody has.
Everybody has.
Everyone has slept with his mother.
If I showed you.
Oh my God.
I'm having a Jamie moment. And the way he just